Hello, friends, and welcome to Adventures in Pixieland. We are in Bible study. We are in Revelations. We're in the NIV, and we will be through next year. But we're going to do comparison language, so we are going to pick it apart. We are in Revelations. We are in chapter 12. We are doing all of chapter 12 because... and we're actually going to do chapter 13, verse 1, just because it's the end of the heading called The Woman and the Dragon. But we will pick up tomorrow at 13 and go through. Okay? So, the rest of, I think it's technically verse 1. So we're only going to do the first line of verse 1 of chapter 13. Okay, so the woman and the dragon. Chapter 12, verse 1. A great and wondrous sign appeared in the heaven. A woman clothed with the sun, with the moon under her feet, and a crown of 12 stars over her head. She was pregnant and cried out in pain as she was about to give birth. And then another sign appeared in heaven. An enormous red dragon with 7 heads and 10 horns and 7 crowns on its head. Ooh, that's interesting. His tail swept a third of the stars out of the sky and flung them to the earth. The dragon stood in front of the woman who was about to give birth so that he might devour her child the moment it was born. She gave birth to a son, a male child, who will rule all the nations with an iron scepter. And her child was snatched up by God and to his throne. The woman fled into the desert to prepare a place prepared for her by God, where she might be taken care of for 1,260 days. Okay. And there was a war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon and his angels fought back. So Lucifer appearing, trying to steal the baby. But he was not strong enough, and they lost their place in heaven. The great dragon was hurled down. The ancient serpent, called the devil or Satan, who leads the whole world astray, was hurled to the earth, and his angels with him. Then I heard a loud voice in heaven say, "Now I have come the salvation and the power of and the kingdom of our God, and the authority of his Christ. For the accuser of our brothers, who accuses them before our God day and night, has been hurled down. And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony. They did not love their lives so much as to shrink from death." They were not afraid to die for God. "Therefore rejoice, you heavens, and you who dwell in them. But woe to the earth and to the sea, because the devil has gone down to you, and he is filled with fury, because he knows that his time is short." He knows he's not getting back into heaven, so he knows when the earth is destroyed, he's gone too. The consciousness that is Satan gets blown apart on a molecular level, just like every other soul that's still tied to here, tied to hell, which is where Satan, of course, lives. Verse 13. When the dragon saw that he had been hurled to the earth, he pursued the woman who had given birth to the male child. The woman was given the wings, 2 wings of a great eagle, so that she might fly to the place prepared for her in the desert, where she would be taken care of for a time, times a half and a time, out of the serpent's reach. Then from his mouth the serpent spewed water like a river to overtake the woman and sweep her away in the torrent. But the earth helped the woman by opening its mouth and swallowing the river that the dragon had spewed out of its mouth. Then the dragon was enraged at the woman and went off to make war against the rest of her offspring. Whew. Those who obey God's commandments and hold to the testimony of Jesus. And the dragon, some late manuscripts, and I stood on the shore of the sea. So he was standing next to Lucifer, which has got to be terrifying. I wouldn't want to stand there. I mean, you're protected because Jesus is showing you all this stuff, so you're safe. But I wouldn't want to be anywhere near him. I would, like the heebie-jeebies. The "can I please get away from this" would be really strong, because I get like that with people. So I can only imagine how much stronger it would be next to Lucifer, because I don't even want to be around his handmaids, let alone anything else. Like him? No. Thank you. That's why the armor of Jesus. Praise be the Lord. Let's be thankful that we don't have to see visions of Lucifer. And I'll leave you with that for the day.